on a cold day or in the evening after a long day at work and you just want a light meal, there's probably nothing as comforting and satisfying as having a warm soup or stew. I'm Jonathan, and one of my favorite dishes is chicken Bak Kut Teh. Bak Kut Teh, this phrase is a Chinese dialect phrase which translated it means meat bone tea or spare rib soup. This dish is commonly found in Singapore, Malaysia, and some other parts of Asia. For the benefit of those of you who live outside this region, perhaps let me better translate it as mixed herbs and spices stew. The common meat that's used is pork ribs. However, you can use other meat with or without bones, though it's commonly believed that bones add to the flavor of the broth. As I introduce the dish as chicken Bak Kut Teh, I personally like to add chicken wings or drumlets. For cooking, especially Asian and Chinese cooking, I'm not particular about providing specific weight or volume or quantity regarding the ingredients. It seems a lot is based on experience and judgment call. Alright, prepare a pot of water. Turn on the fire, turn on the flame on the stove. As you do that, as the water is being boiled, add in the meat, whether it's chicken or some other meat, and add in this mixed herbs and spices bag. It looks like a tea bag, only bigger. Now, I do not wish to promote any particular brand, but there are a few good ones that you can find in Asian grocery stores and even major supermarkets around the world. If you wish, in addition to the mixed herbs and spices bag, you can also add extracts of meat, vegetable, or yeast. Now, what's this? Normally, I do not wish to promote any particular brand, but I'll make an exception to say that you could also add Bovril, Marmite, or Vegemite to give it a slightly richer taste. Alternatively, you could add bouillon cube or stock cube. The next ingredient that could be added is this tofu. Tofu bean curd, which is a soybean extract pressed into a cake. But in this case, I'm using a variant, which is the fried tofu puff. It tastes a bit like a sponge, with a springy, bouncy feel. I like this more hollow version compared to the regular tofu. Of course, you can use the regular tofu bean curd for a more meaty-like or a cake-like bite if you prefer. Slice it, cut it, and put it into the water as well. You may also add Chinese wolfberry, which is a bright orange-red berry. You can also add onions, thinly sliced, minced, or chopped. If you prefer, you can also add garlic, whether minced, chopped, or in whole cloves to give it a bit more flavor. You can also add mushroom, whether button or white mushroom, or any other kinds that you enjoy. In my case, for this particular occasion, I did not add garlic or mushroom, but this is an option you can choose if you like. You may also add soy sauce and or pepper. It can be added during cooking or just before serving. Some prefer the darker version, so use a bit more soy sauce. Others prefer the more peppery version, so add a bit more pepper. Or it can be a combination of both of these ingredients. Or you can leave this out entirely if you just do not want it too salty or too pepperish. Now, I said that you could use a pot on a stove, but I personally prefer to use the electric slow cooker. I prefer this method because I find it to be safer and I don't have to be in the kitchen all the time, because most of these electric slow cooker has a built-in auto temperature setting. It can detect the heat, and if it's too hot, it will automatically bring the temperature lower, so it avoids the risk of overheating or even other hazards of overcooking. But if you're using the pot on the stove, once it's being boiled or it's boiling, bring it to low flame. Another optional ingredient you can add is potato cube. It gives a bit more flavor. I should say it gives a more thicker outcome. If you like a more thicker type of broth, you can also add potato cubes. Depending on how you prefer it, it can be very finely sliced or thin if you prefer it to be like part of the broth, as it being diluted and melted into the broth. Well, I trust that I've somehow presented and shared with you this lovely dish, chicken Bak Kut Teh. However, if you have any special dietary or health requirements, please take liberty to add or subtract ingredients or the quantity thereof in faith and in prayer. Otherwise, do consult a spirit-filled doctor or physician for a professional opinion. Praise ye the Lord. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Psalm 106 verse 1. Whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31. Until next time, God bless you and enjoy your meal.